Hey, how's it going, everyone? I just wanted to make a quick video tonight because we're finally going to be getting the new Shining Revelry. It's supposed to be like the biggest card drop that we've gotten in a pack so far. And yeah, I wanted to, as like a pro in Pokemon the card game pocket already, I think it is only right if I throw my opinion out there and maybe I can try and see like what the new meta is going to look like because we've seen it before. We already know like water. Water is probably one of the most popular ones right now. Water and darkness. Um, but yeah, as we get a new pack, there's always kind of changes in the meta, and of course, there's going to be some today. So yeah, let's just go ahead and see what all the cards are going to look like. I think we're also getting like ranked two. So if if you thought that you were, losing before, well now you can lose and it'll really matter. So a lot of fun coming out of this one. And hopefully we also get some new people that come into the mobile game. It's pretty popular, but I could see it becoming popular where like Pokemon Go is. So yeah, shouldn't be like the longest video. I think it'll take some time. Uh, but nonetheless, it'll be fun, and we're getting new content, so it's all good. All right, guys, you know the deal. Go ahead and hit my X with a follow. We are up to 7. Um, these solo leveling fans, they've been really coming at me a lot lately. So give me some followers. I need your energy. Okay. Um, so yeah, people are pretty hyped about the. I've been seeing like more like posts about this set than all the other ones. And this is what we're getting. So we're getting 20 deck slots ranked, and then new deck view, so you can see your deck a lot better. I personally am happy to be able to see my deck very clearly. I haven't been able to see my deck clearly for like a couple months now. So very good on that. And then everyone's already upset about the Wigglytuff that we're getting. This one. I don't think this Pikachu's as good as the other one. I'm gonna say it. It looks cool, but I don't think it's that good. TBH. To be honest, you know how it goes. Um, and then we're getting a Pokeball, a gold Pokeball finally. It doesn't. It's no different from the regular one, but dude, just the way that it looks. Oh my god, I want that. It's an item, man. And then we're getting Meowscarada, which for some people, for some reason, people like are weird about that one. I don't, I don't know. So all 111 Shining Revelry cards. All right, guys, time to lock in, as they say. So the set contains 111 cards. All right, cool. So first one, Weedle. Put one random Weedle from your deck into your bench. Okay. Then we have Kakuna. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, and it only requires one leaf, one grass. That's a pretty good second form attack. That's pretty good, actually. It's it's like well known that there's not many good second forms. And then we have Beedrill, of course. Well, I'm already thinking that Beedrill might be like a whole ass deck setup. Like you might just be able to base everything off of Beedrill. Dude, I love how these ads are just infecting my computer. What the heck is happening here? Um, can we stop? Okay. So Crushing Spear, discard random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. It does 80 damage. Solid. I mean, it's solid. It's Also, sorry if I'm like breathing in so much. I just noticed that I like breathe in really loudly. So sorry about that. And then we have Pincer. He has Guillotine Rush. It requires 1 grass energy and then 3 total energies. Does 50 damage. You flip your coin until you get tails. The attack does 40 more damage for each heads. Okay, so it does 50 as a base, and then you can add 40 on top, so potentially like 90 or more. And then we have a new card, Sprigatito. Also, I haven't been able to go to the gym lately just because my headphones literally broke. And it's hard to it's just hard to pull it out, you know? I have an actual gym that I go to. I don't have like a personal gym. So cry for help. Put 1 random leaf Pokemon from your deck into your hand. Then we have the second form, which is Florigato. And that is 2 grass energies for Slash, which does 40 damage. And then we get Meowscarada. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does 70 more damage. So for 2 grass energies, it does 60 damage. And the attack does 70 more. It might be good in like a Leafeon deck. If you just have like 2 EVs and then maybe like 1 Meowscarada in there, that may be good. Potentially. I feel like a lot of the grass decks have Celebi in them. Because Celebi just has the potential to be so OP. And then we got Charmander. Never miss with Charmander, by the way. He's a cutie. Then we got Charmeleon. I think that's the first Charmander that doesn't lose his fire energy when he wants to use an attack. Usually does. Okay, Charmeleon, 42 energies, called Combustion. And then the new Charizard EX that everyone's freaking out about. So, you give it 1 fire, and it takes 3 energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. So 3, so that would get it up to 4. And then it would need 1 extra one to do the Stream Artillery. The retreat costs 3 though, which I think is fine, just because the energy, this thing like just is like an energy house. It like generates it literally. Okay, and then we got Magmar over here. He's cool. I think he's been pretty bad though, in general. Magmortar. So on this one, he requires 3 energy, 2 fire energy. It's called Smoke Bomb, and it does 70 damage. Sorry. So during your opponent's next turn, if the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, the attack doesn't happen. That's pretty good. That's kind of similar to like Manectric, where he requires 1 energy though, 1 electric energy, and then the opponent Pokemon has to like flip a coin. Otherwise, it doesn't attack. And okay, and then we got a Fire Tauros, Paldean Tauros. Very nice, very nice. And it does Blaze Tackle for 3 energies. 1 of those are fire. And the Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself, but it does 80 damage. Well, it damages itself. I don't think that's good. Tauros is always getting the short end of the stick, I swear. Okay. But now we got Tentacool. I wonder if these guys will make a return. With weak attack, it only does 10 damage, 1 water. Then we have Tentacruel. It only requires 1 water energy, and it does 40 damage, which is decent. That's not bad. It doesn't have like an extra ability there, so I think like maybe like Ink Splash or something could have maybe made it better. Just to like, you know, splash the opponents with some ink and maybe blind them. It could be like the same as the last one, as Megmortar. Okay, and then we got Buzel, Water Gun, 10. Cool, 1 energy. And then we have Floatzel, Water Arrow. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. You have to be in the active spot though. And 1 energy. Then we have Wiglet. I love these ones. They're like the water Diglets. Wiglet starts with a W. Yeah. Okay. So Spring Out. One of your opponent's Pokemon chosen at random. Do 30 damage to it. That's pretty good. Just one. So I wonder if you only have like one Pokemon on the board, would it do not 30 to that one? Because I think that would almost be like the strongest single like basic Pokemon. If it does 30, that's pretty good. And then we have Pop Out Throughout, which people think is going to be like one of the main attacks in this meta. And that's Wugtrio EX. It's a water type, the evolution of the last one. For Pop Out Throughout, it requires 3 water energies. And one of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random 3 times. For each time a Pokemon was chosen, do 50 damage to it. So it's going to be doing like 150 to like one Pokemon that's on the board, which is also pretty good. It's pretty good. And then you can also maybe hit it with a Misty. Dude, these Dina's the maker of this app. They love water type Pokemon. Like if they just had to get rid of all the energies except for one, it would for sure be water. And then we have Dondozo. His attack is Ocean Cyclone. It requires 2 water energy, 4 energy total. It does 80 damage, and then the attack also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So that's pretty weak. Can't even lie. Probably won't be seeing much action of that one. Tatsugiri. I think Tatsugiri and Dondozo, they're like they synergize. So they're always seen together. I think that's like Pokemon lore too. Like they're always next to each other. So Tatsugiri, its ability is your active Dondozo has no retreat cost. And for 1 energy, you get water energy, you get Rain Splash, which does 20 damage. Very cool. Of course, we have the Pikachu EX. So 3 energy, and it does 150, and you have to discard all the energy from your Pokemon. So I don't know. I was gonna say like it's similar to Palkia, but it doesn't have like another attack. I don't know. It's okay. And then we have Voltorb, does Lightning Ball, 10 damage. Oh god, we've gotten so many of these ones. Voltorb and Electrode. Electrode, 2 energy, does Tumbling attack, and it does Flip a Coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. Sorry guys, I think I have like anxiety or something. Whatever. And then we have the basic Pachirisu. Its ability is Plasma. It requires 1 energy, 1 electric energy. Take an energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. That's good. Ooh, that actually would be good with the Pikachu. Okay. So that's kind of bringing back the electric types now. I think the only other one that does that is like Mesprit or one of those 3. It'll attack you and then it'll put an energy on your benched Pokemon. Pachirisu might change the game. It's pretty good. Yeah, energy, you can never have enough. And you only need 3 for Zapdos's attack. Okay, and then we have Pawmi. It has 1 energy requirement, and it does Punch, and it does 20 damage. Okay. So we're a decent amount of electric Pokemon. Then we have Palmo, the stage 2. The attack requires 2 electric energies. It does punch and it's 40 damage. So it'll punch you. And then we have Palmot, the 3rd stage. The ability is counterattack. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent Pokemon, do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So it kind of turns it into like a Dredagon, where if you attack it'll hurt you, which is good. I wonder if it's electric, if the damage is electric, because then that would be really effective against water types. The energy or the attack is electric punch. It requires 2 electric energies and it does 70 damage. 70 is pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, moving on to Psychic Pokemon. Abra, new Abra. Psyshot requires 1 Psychic Energy and it does 20 damage. Kadabra, Psyshot, 1 energy, Psychic Energy, and it does 30 damage. And then Alakazam, it requires 2 Psychic Energies. It does Psychic Suppression, which does 80 damage. And then it also does 20 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has any energy attached. So any energy attached, it does 20 extra. That's pretty good. That's nothing like to go crazy about, but it's decent. And we got Mr. Mime. I think this is our first Mr. Mime. So, I mean, dude's a legend. I'm happy to have him in the game finally. Its ability requires 2 energy. One of those is Psychic, and it does 20 damage. And then you flip 4 coins, and this attack does 20 damage for each of the heads. So, potentially 80 for 2. It's good. Okay, and then Dryfloon. It does its ability Ram, or attack Ram, does 20 damage, and it requires 1 psychic ability or energy, which is decent. The second form is Drifblim. The attack Gust does 40 damage, requires 1 psychic energy. And then we have Giratina EX. So we're finally getting an EX version of our boy. Its ability Broken Space Bellow. Once during your turn, you may take an energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you use this ability, your turn ends. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. It's not that good. I mean, because it has a high requirement, so you would hope that it would be a tank, but it's not necessarily a tank. It only has 150 health, which could be taken out by like Palkia. And there's not really there are some ways to get extra psychic energies, like with Gardevoir, but overall you're not really getting a lot of energy, like a lot of extra energy on the psychic Pokemon. So in reality, this attack, you can get it going in maybe like 3 turns, and it might be a good idea to run just like 2 Giratina EX like in one deck, because then you're always going to get him first, and then you can charge it up pretty quickly. You can get 2 by like the first turn. So that's a possibility. Who knows? Oh, and then we have Gimmighoul. So Gimmighoul, it just requires like energy, non-colored. The ability is Chest Alflage. Flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from an effects done to this Pokemon. So I guess it would hide inside its chest and then avoid damage. Okay. And then we got some fighting types, of course. We got Machop here. It does low kick for 1 fighting energy requirement. Does 20 damage. It's decent. We got Machoke here, Pummel. 2 fighting energy does 30 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. So it can do 60. Then we have Machamp. It requires 2 fighting energy. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra energy attached, this attack does 50 more damage. You should just get the regular Machamp then, probably. Because the Machamp will, or the Machamp EX, it'll do 120 for 3 energy. So, okay, and then we have Hitmonlee. It requires 1 fighting energy. Its attack kick does 30 damage, not to anyone specific. And then we have Hitmonchan. Magnum Punch does 90 damage for 3 fighting energy. So kind of decent, we got Railu for 2 energy, 2 fighting energy, does 40 damage. So not bad. And then we got the one of the new EX Pokemon, Lucario. Its ability Aura Sphere does 100 damage, and then this attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So pretty decent. Nothing bad for sure. And we got Flamigo. I thought that just said Flamingo. So this is when they started to get lazy about making the names. So for 2 fighting energy, double kick, it does 50 damage. And then you flip 2 coins, this attack does 50 for each heads. So it has the potential to do 0. Potentially. Okay. And now we're getting into the dark types. So we got Ekans here. 2 energy, 1 darkness, 30 damage, Ram. Arbok, it has 2 dark energy, 3 total. Venomous Fang, 70. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now damaged. And, okay. Ooh. Clodazar might just be the new meta. Paldean Whopper. Poison Jab. It requires 1 darkness, does 10 damage, and it poisons your opponent's Pokemon. So, yeah, that's pretty broken. I think that just changed up the balance of things, the balance of power. Because once you poison a Pokemon, then its second form, Venoshock, will do 60 extra damage if the opponent's Pokemon is poisoned. So all you have to do is hit them with the Poison Jab, evolve, put another dark energy on the Clodazar, and then you're doing 120 damage for 2 dark energies. So that's broken. That's super broken. That's going to be it right there. We're going to see a ton of that now. So yeah, the dark type Pokemon are coming back. Because, yeah, that's crazy. Well, I guess dark type Pokemon never left. And then we have Spirit Tome. It does Confuse Ray for 1 darkness energy, does 20 damage, and you would flip a coin, and if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And if it's confused, it has a potential to not attack at all. You have to flip a coin. Okay, and then we have Shroudle. 1 dark energy, Gnaw, does 20 damage. We have Grafai. I think I got that. Grafai. So once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. For 2 darkness energy, it does Bite, which is 40 damage. Wait, why can't you just poison it anyway? Kind of sucks. It's not that good. Okay, I think we're getting into colorless Pokemon now. Or metal, sorry. So Tinkatink, it requires 1 metal energy, and it does Corkscrew Punch, which does 20 damage. And then we have Tinkatuff. I like that. It requires 2 metal energies, and it does Tenacious Hammer, which does 30 damage. And you flip a coin. If heads, the attack does 30 more damage. It's decent. Tinkaton. Oh, okay, so it's a 3. Okay. And then Tinkaton. So 2 metal energy requirements, which is pretty easy. You should have them by the previous turn. And then you would have 1 of whatever energy on the end, so 3 total. Its attack, Terrific Thumping, does 80 damage. And then flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 80 more damage. So not bad. Not as good as like Marowak, where you only need 2. But I think that was made when they had a lot of broken Pokemon in the first one. That's all I'll say. Okay, so we the attack, so another metal type. Its attack, Varoom. It requires 1 metal energy. The attack, Headbutt, does 10 damage. And then we have Revavroom. I like that name. It requires 3 energy, 2 metal type. It does Spinning Drift. It does 70 damage. And you would flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, it prevents all damage and effects from being done to this Pokemon. So that's pretty good. I guess it would like drive away. And it's not getting hit. Oh god. This name is crazy. What is that? It evolves from something? Gold Ghoul? Anyway, okay, so Goldingo. Its attack, Scintillating Surfing, does 50 damage. It requires 3 energy, 1 metal type, and then 2 non-specific. You flip a coin for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon. The attack does 50 for each heads. Okay, so if all 3 of them are metal, then you have a potential to do 150. Which makes him good. I personally don't like the flipping coin. It never goes well for me. But some people are more lucky than others. And who knows, maybe they made that Pokemon more lucky. Okay, so now we have Rattata. It does tackle, 10 damage, no energy specific, and 1. Then we have Raticate. It requires 2 non-specific energy. Its attack, tackle, does 50 damage. That's okay. We got Jigglypuff for 1 non-specific energy rollout. It does 20 damage. Then we got Wigglytuff. I like my Wigglytuff EX, personally. So once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. Non-specific, requires 2 energy. Gentle Slap does 50 damage. It's pretty good. Then we have Lickitung. For 2 non-specific energy, it does rollout, which does 30 damage. Then we have Licky. For 3 energy, it does rollout, 70 damage. Not that good. We got Bidoof. This Bidoof isn't as good as the last one. So Bidoof, for 2 non-specific energy, Headbutt, does 30 damage. Okay, then we have Bibarel. I don't know how those two relate. Maybe by the first 2 letters. Okay. So for 4 non-specific energy, its attack, Carefree Press, does 100 damage. And it heals 30 damage from this Pokemon. So its health is 160, which is beefy. He's kind of a beefcake. And he heals. It might be good in a deck where energy is given out sparingly. Or not sparingly. It's like quick about putting it out there. I have a deck in mind, for sure. And then we have Buneary. Oh god, no. Its attack, Pound. Oh jeez. People are already going to love this card, I can tell. It's for 1 non-specific energy, does 20 damage. Then we have Lope Bunny. This is the one that people need to stay away from. Oh god. Oh god. So for 1 non-specific energy, Hopping Shot does 30 damage. So it hops up and shoots you. Nice. Okay, we got Cyclizar. For the next one, non-specific energy, 1 over acceleration does 20 damage. And then during your next turn, this Pokemon's over acceleration attack does 20 more damage. It's not bad. Okay, and now we're getting into the trainers. So I think things are going to get a bit more interesting because these trainers can either be your best friend or just not do anything, like Blue. Okay, so we got Iono. Each player shuffles their cards in their hands into their deck, then draws that many cards. That's mid. I don't know why you would want to shuffle your cards into your deck unless they suck. And I don't know when that would be like a helpful. I guess it can just be for a deck that like bricks a lot of time. There's a lot of those. I try to avoid decks that brick a lot. I think that's just common sense, right? And then we have Pokemon Center Lady. So heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon, and it recovers from all special conditions. Okay, so that would always be on the active Pokemon because there's no conditions on the bench as of yet. And the next one is going to be Red. So during this turn, attacks used by this Pokemon do 20 plus damage to your opponent's active EX. So it's situational. It's not going to be all the time that you'll need that. But you can use them on those terrible Dialga Arceus decks. Those ones suck. Okay, and then we got Team Rocket Grunt. So you would flip a coin until you get tails, and then for each heads, discard random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So that could be good against something like a Palkia or a Charizard. For sure. The ones that have like those crazy attacks. Or any, honestly. Okay, so now we're getting into the star rarity Pokemon. So this is like, we've already seen these, but it's like the full art, the SIRs, all of those. So let's see, because these are going to be good. The art in this game is just, it's been great so far on all the sets. Okay, so we got Meowscarada. It's the same one, so 2 energy. If your Pokemon attacks in EX, this attack does 70 extra. Not bad. Actually, since we already know, I guess, the abilities, we can just go through the art and kind of just review the art, how it looks and everything. Also, how do you like the art on my shirt? It's pretty legit, in my opinion. So, yeah, I like this one. I always like the cards where they're like chilling in a town at night. I think the aesthetic's really nice. Okay, and then we got Buzel. Buzel's decent. Yeah, it's cool art, nonetheless. Tatsugiri, kind of I don't know if it's going to be that useful, but cool art. That one's aight. With Graphite. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. Goldingo. It's pretty cool. I like myself a surfing Goldingo. No hate. Oh. Okay. I didn't have any hate before. I think now I do have a little bit. Gosh, this thing looks really weird. Oh God, no! Bring it back up. I need to get a good look at this monstrosity, dude. Look at this thing. Ugh. I can imagine like once during returning damage, may heal 20. I mean, it's like a decent card. The health isn't really there. But there's 100% guarantee that I'm going to lose to a deck with this thing on the bench, and it's gonna hurt. Why did they do it? Why did they make it look realistic? That's just weird, man. The Beedrill EX. Now this has a spot in my deck for sure. I already have a Charizard EX like this with like the same colors almost, but it's pretty cool. I just wish that some of these cards would be real, because some people have made them like fan made, and yeah, they look solid. Plus, what? There's like, oh god, there's probably like 1,000 cards in the game now. Maybe less. Maybe less. So Wug Trio is cool. I feel like him and Doug Trio would be bros. The Pikachu EX, very nice, very nice. Giratina, okay, yeah, it's cool. I'm just glad that we're finally getting like a strong Giratina after so long of just terrible ones. Just seriously Garbo. Okay, and then we have Lucario EX. It's hard to beat the OG Lucario that attacks. It buffs your fighting Pokemon attacks. It's hard to beat that. Then we have Venoshock on Clodazire. This is going to be a chase card for a lot of people, just because this Clodazire is going to be part of the meta for sure. 100%. Maybe I can put him in the thumbnail. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll put Clodazire in the thumbnail. And then we have Tinkaton, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Bibarel. I like how he's grabbing his stomach. Like, you knew he just ate a ton of wood, and now he's good. He's good for the rest of the day. He's just gonna carefree press your ass. Love that. Okay, and then we got Iono. Is Iono a girl? Is she a waifu? Is that okay to say? I don't know. Well, if she is a girl, then dope card, dope waifu. If she's a boy, then cool card also. I think she is a girl. Then we have Pokemon Center Lady. The full art version. Pretty nice. Can't lie. It's alright. I mean, yeah, it's like a better potion, except it requires like one turn to use. You can't use many of them in one turn. Then we have red. So a lot of people are looking for this card to complete their binder. Because we have blue. Then we have green with Eric. Or no. Well, I think we have leaf. And then, so yeah, blue, leaf, red. That'll be in someone's binder for sure. And then we have Team Rocket Grunt. I like this. This card's fresh. I'm usually pretty lucky with like pulling at least one rainbow card. I hope I get this one. Well, I guess that's not a rainbow. I hope I get this card anyways. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we're getting into the rainbows. So this is where the arts are like a little bit stepped up a bit. The first one we got Pikachu. Very cool. I like it in the side. You can really tell like how much electricity Pikachu's outputting. Like, dude is like a generator. Oh, okay, this is going to be the chase card for sure. The Paldean Clodazire. Dude, and he's just like hanging out in a swamp with his babies on top, with his whoopies. That's a crazy card. That's the one that I want. I need that. Okay, and then we have a kind of a different style art of the Tinkaton, which I like that. I like that art. It's kind of like cartoony. It looks like very energetic, like you're at like a dance club or something, you know. So cool card there. Bibarel. So, I mean, it looks like I could probably draw that. It's all right. Giratina EX. This is gonna be a chase card for sure. Even though the ability is like, I mean, it's decent. I feel like if you can utilize it well, it's decent. You always have to make him the first card out though, and then he's useful. That's a chase card though, right there. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, so yeah, now we got the shiny variants. So yeah, before we had like 3-star right here, and we only have one 3-star, I guess it looks like, which is the Giratina in this set. So that's fine, or at least from what we see on Poke Beach. Sometimes we don't read everything correct, and they might be missing some cards. Who knows? Okay, but yeah, so the collection of shinies, nice. So we got shiny Weedle with the pink legs, cool. Shiny Kakuna, he's like green, kind of like the green one from the one that evolves from Caterpie. Very nice. We have the shiny Charmander. Dude, let's go. So shiny. I just want to squeeze his cheeks. Shiny Charmeleon. Okay. I wonder if you can go from shiny to non-shiny. Or will you have to get like the shiny Charmeleon too? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, we got a shiny Wiglet with his purple nose. That one's pretty nice. We got Dondozo with his colors that will stick out in the water, no doubt. Pichirisu, looking even cuter with the pink tail. We have the yellow Rilo, he doesn't look too intimidating with that yellow color. Looks very fuzzy though. We have a Room. I feel like these two are going to be useful. The REVELRY, if it required one less energy, I could see it being a lot more useful. Still though, it's all right. Okay, and then we have Beedrill EX. Oh, that's another chase card for me, I think. That shiny Beedrill. Ah, and it's blue, just like the stage 1. So cute. Or it's green, Jesus. Its eyes are blue. Okay, and then we have the Charizard shiny. Like, come on, let's go. Okay. We're getting towards the end here, folks. Okay, and then we have the shiny Wugtrio. So it's blue. So it changes color from the stage 1 shiny. This thing just has a rainbow genes. It's going all over the place. Okay, and then we have Lucario, who keeps his regular yellow color. Its legs get even more fluffy, though. Let's go. And we have the one crown in this deck. The one crown is going to be the golden Pokeball, which is the first golden item that we've gotten. Damn. And it can pretty much go in every single deck that you have, which is like a huge flex. So if you have this, you can just pop it in every single deck that you got, and then boom. You're flexing on kids. You're making them pull out their card numbers. Buying decks. Crap, dude. So sweet. Okay, yeah, we are eating good tonight. That Clodazire is really like they forgot to balance him for this one. He's gonna be crazy. And yeah, let me see. How would you defend against this though? For 160 health also? What? I think you just have to beat this guy. You have to beat this guy down with like, you need to have a May deck for sure. So you need to have or Pokemon Center Lady and then a fighting type. So you can have like the Sudowoodo and then Lucario and then maybe like a Dugtrio in there. And then the Pokemon Center Lady. I think that would be good against this deck because this thing's gonna suck. I can already tell. But yeah, I mean, you could make this deck with with 2 of the Whoopers and then 2 of the Clodsires. You could have like a Darkrai or like a Spirit Tome in there to damage all the other Pokemon. And then you could put a Cyrus in there, so you can pull any of the bench Pokemon to the front, kind of just mess with the flow of the opponent, make them waste energy. And then you can just mess them up because you only need 2 dark energy to make this thing do 120 damage. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be a lot of fun seeing all the Clodsire decks out there. Cool, y'all. All right, well, so I think that's pretty much it. A lot of Clodsire decks. Some still Beedrill. I do think he's going to be useful. And then a pure Giratina deck. I think we might see that as well. So yeah, we got a couple chase cards here. Giratina EX and that gold Pokeball. And then the Clodsires too. Cool. All right, well, yeah, let me know if you like this video, if you want more like long form stuff like this, because it does feel like a lot, and I feel like I'm like talking your ear off. But I think I've heard that long form is like the way to go now. So guys, hit me with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I'll see you once this pack drops. All right, peace out, yo. I like the sun in my eyes.